PART13. The white toll gate opened. Bumungad ang maliwanag sa kamalawak na lupain. The two guards, wearing a black suit, saluted when the car went in. Sa madidilim na dulo ay may nakita pa akong mga gwardiya na palakad-lakad. It revealed how tight the security of the Araneta. Mayroong mahabang sementadong daan patungo sa malaking maliwanag na bahay. The house was modern and huge, almost as big as the mansion. It has a theme of white, gray and black. Each side of the way has a jet fountain, and it was surrounded by Bermuda grass. The house looks welcoming because of the lights that can be seen each floor through the high glass wall. Mula dito, makikita na kung gaano kakinang ang chandelier na nasa loob. Malakas ang tibok ng aking puso pero hindi ko iyon pinansin. Lalo na nang nagpark na ang sasakyan sa labas ng bahay. I saw a sports car and a white Fortuner parking beside us. Isa lang ang kapatid na mayroon ako kaya posibleng sa kanya ang pulang sports car. Lumabas ng sasakyan si Dave saka umikot patungo sa bahagi ko. I silently whispered comforting words to my mind. Nang buksan niya ang pintuan, maayos akong lumabas. He held my waist immediately as he closed the door. Let's go. I don't have to act like I'm okay, just like what he said. Ayaw niyang pigilan ko ang paglabas ng emosyon ko. He's right, it will just make my condition worse. Even when I act that I'm okay, they knew already. Pero ang gusto ko sa puntong ito ay ang bumalik sa kanila sa kondisyon na mayroon ako noong kinuha ako ni Papa. Just this once, without any trauma, I will face my family. Habang tumatagal sa kinatatayuan, iba't ibang bagay na ang pumapasok sa isipan ko. Halos wala akong maintindihan. It suffocates me, I need to distract myself. I looked up to Dave, he's looking down me gently. I smiled as I tiptoed to reach his lips. Sandali lang ang pagdampi saka mabilis din humiwalay. His lips parted in shock and muttered a curse. Uminit ang pisngi ko saka nagsimula na maglakad. He whispered words that I can't nearly understand. Hindi ko na pinansin pa. Sumalubong ang isang kasambahay sa entrada. She bowed a little bit as she greeted both of us. I greeted back and Dave only nodded. Follow me, sir, ma'am, she led the way. Kagaya ng inaasahan, malawak sa kamalaki ang buong bahay, bawat bagay na nakikita ko ay nagsusumigaw ng yaman pati disiplina. I expected this already because of what Dave spilled earlier. Araneta were popular in politics for many terms. With no issues of corruption or embezzlement. Their focus are mostly on the rights of the people, especially labor. Ang mga angkan ng Araneta ay halos lahat nasa politika. May iilan mang hindi iyon pumasok sa politika, pero mabibilang lang sa daliri. David Araneta, my father, is currently a mayor of Marikina. Siya lang ang nasa politika sa pamilya na mayroon kami, dahil hindi interesado ang kapatid ko. Lauren Araneta, my mother, supports him in any way. She's busy with her business, but she never missed events, together with my father. Chase Ryan Arellano, my brother, is not interested with politics. He's busy handling his own business, and never involved himself with it. He hates it for some reason. Multiple rumors came about him running for different positions, but he simply denied all of it. It's not a secret that I'm missing. Pero dahil sa mahabang panahon na umusbong, ang balitang iyon, dahan-dahan ding nawala ang interes ng iba na kumalap ng impormasyon. Most of them believed, my family lied about me being missing just to protect and keep me safe. Isa rin iyon sa dahilan kung bakit wala nang nagtatanong tungkol sa pagkawala ko. My family tried to deny it first, but then, they stopped giving feedbacks to the media about me. They stopped giving updates about the investigation too. They took it in silence and left some people curious. Pero kahit kuryoso man, pilit ring tinanggap ang rason at tinatago lang ako ng mga Araneta. They had no choice, but to accept that reason to give them peace of mind. It's a long ride with Dave. Halos hindi ko yun maproseso lahat dahil sa rami. It's too much for me to take in, but I want to know more. Lalo na sa rason kung bakit ako kinuha ni Papa, inilayo sa aking pamilya. Wala pa akong ideya doon na ang tanging alam ko lang ay ang pagkuha niya sa akin ng walang nakakaalam. Gusto ko siyang patawarin ngayon, pero parang hindi ko magagawa iyon, habang wala pang alam sa naging rason kung bakit niya nagawa ang pagkuha sa akin. Gusto kong humingi ng tawad kay Papa dahil hindi ko pa may ibigay iyon sa kanya. Most people forgive when a person died having a fault to them. I want to do that too, but I can't right now. Papa didn't hurt me, maybe mentally, but not physically. Ang tanging pumipigil sa akin ngayon na magpatawad ay ang mga hirap na pinagdaanan ko noon hanggang ngayon. I want to know the reasons why I have to go through that. It made me stronger, but do I really have to learn it that way? I want to know the reasons why Papa did that. This is so hard for me. I want the closure, or even more than that. Naaalala ko pa kung paano ko kinakalma ang sarili simula ng pagsakay sa sasakyan hanggang sa makababa. Pero nang matano ang nakatayo kong pamilya sa harapan ng mahabang lamesa, unti-unti akong nanghina. My mother covered her mouth as my father held her shoulders. Beside her is my brother, standing tall and dark with his black long sleeve. He's watching attentively but in silence. I bit my lower lip, stopping myself from crying. I promised to myself I will face them feeling fine, and okay. But when I saw my mother bursted in tears, with her uncontrollable sobs, I can't control myself anymore. My heart fell and was left broken. She removed the hold of my father to come near me. By looking her now, I can already see the features that I got from her. Can I hug you? Love. She stuttered between her sobs. With blurred vision because of the tears, I watched her shaky hands trying to hold me. I sobbed so hard when I felt her touch. Finally, pinakawalan ako ni Dave. She gently pulled me for a hug, treating me like a fragile thing that can easily be broken. Maria, my voice broke. I can't catch my breath anymore. She caressed my back and it only made me cry more. Her hug soothes me, in a way that no one else can. I was shaken and felt sweaty, but I don't care about anything anymore. I only want her. She tried to console me when she even can't calm herself. My hug is so tight. I'm scared that once I let go, she will vanish. Kapag nangyari iyon, hindi ko nakakayanin pa. I want to tell her everything, even though I know she already knew all of it. But still, I want to tell her how much pain and sufferings I go through. I want to experience a comfort coming from her, while telling the nightmares that scares me the most. I don't want her to feel bad about me, but just this once, I want to be selfish. I want to feel the love of a mother that I haven't had the opportunity to feel before. I want to speak, but my heavy sobs won't let me. Masakit ang bawat tibok ng aking puso. Gusto kong magsalita pero hindi kinakaya, dahil sa bar sa lalamunan pati bigat ng dibdib. I am sorry if I failed to find you. It was hard, but I really tried. Kahit nahihirapan, pilit niyang ipinagpatuloy ang pagsasalita. I felt horrible. I'm your mother, but I can't even take care of you. I didn't see you growing. I'm sorry if you have to go through that. I can't even think it really happened. Please baby, I'm sorry. Basag na basag ang kanyang boses. I want to talk to calm her a bit, pero hindi ko magagawa dahil kahit ang sarili ko'y hindi ko makalma. I can feel her shaking, sobbing and forcing herself to talk. I don't know how, but I'll make it up to you. She sounds in pain, maybe thinking what happened before. I hugged her more. I bit my lower lip to stop myself from sobbing. It's okay, Mama. I felt her shook her head. No, it will never be okay. I'm your mother. It's not an excuse to let you experience that kind of hell. I'm really sorry. Tumango na lamang ako. I'm drained, but my tears continued to flow. I lost myself when I lost you, she sobbed but she managed to continue. But now, I don't mind losing myself as long as I won't lose you again, she whispered painfully. It took a lot of time for us to come a bit. Pero kahit kumalma na ay patuloy pa rin ang paghikbi. She cupped my face gently as she wiped my tears with her hands. I stared at her, still in shock and dazed. She looks exactly like me. My soft features came from her. My eyes remained on her. I totally forgot the people in our surroundings. Ayaw niya pa akong bitawan pero, nang lingunin ang bahagi sa kanyang likuran ay dahan-dahan niya na kinalas ang hawak sa akin. Go to your father. She whispered softly. Tinignan ko ang bahagi na sinulyapan niya. And there, I saw my father looking down weakly with tears falling in his eyes. He's silently crying, without making any noise or sobs. He looks so weak. Naduraj ng gusto ang puso ko. Walang kapantay ang sakit na makita, ang mga magulang na umiiyak. It pained me so much, sa punto na sana ako na lang ang nasasaktan ngayon. In that way, I can still handle myself. Pero kapag ganito, siguradong ikakamatay ko. I walked towards him. Umangat ang kanyang tingin nang maramdaman ang paglapit ko. He sighed so hard, trying to compose himself but he failed. He stared me and after few seconds, his shoulders started to shook. I wrapped my arms around him for a hug. He hugged me back, and let his tears fall into my shoulder. I don't know how to comfort anyone. Wala akong alam na tamang salita na maaaring magpakalma, lalo na sa sitwasyong ito. I can't stop them feeling bad about me. They're my parents, who's been eager to find me for a long time. It's just normal for them to feel bad about what happened in the past. I am so sorry, anak, bulong niya sa basag na boses. I nodded, silently telling that everything will be okay. They don't need to apologize. Walang may gusto ng mga nangyari, kahit magpatawad man, hindi na rin maibabalik sa dati. I caressed his back gently. My tears is still flowing, but I can control myself now, compared a liar. He let me go after a while. He stared and smiled me. He apologized again before he introduced me to my brother. He looks casual, but dark with his long sleeve. His jaw clenched as he slowly walked towards me. Kumabog ng gusto ang puso ko. He didn't say anything and gently pulled me for a hug. Sa tangkad niya, sa kanyang dibdib ako bumagsak. My heart swelled as I hugged him back. Where have you been? He whispered to himself as he tightened his hug more. Hindi ko na namamalayan ang pagbuhos ng mga luha ko dahil sa manhid. I'm happy, but I'm also numb. Seeing them like this, being in pain, hurts me more than anything. This feels surreal. Ang masakit na pagtibok ng aking puso ay ang nagpapatunay na hindi ito basta panaginip. Their hugs feels like home. This is where I belong. Nailigaw man noon pero naibalik din. But I will never be here, around their arms, without him. I glanced at Dave who's watching me darkly. I smiled him genuinely, but he's so serious to smile back. I felt at peace before but this kind of peace is different. This is the kind of peace that I'm longing. Hindi kailanman natahimik ang buong hapag. Halos hindi may galaw ni mama ang pagkain niya, habang nakikinig sa paliwanag ng tatay ko tungkol sa akin at sa kidnapong kanina. Paminsan-minsan ay napapasulyap siya sa akin. Nasa kabisera si Papa pati katabi niya si Mama nakaharap ko. Nasa tabi ko si Dave katapat niya ang kapatid ko. Tahimik silang dalawa habang nakikinig sa aking ama. Si Manolo ay kaibigan ng nanay ko noon sa high school. Ipinagtapat niya ang kanyang pag-ibig sa kanya nang magkolehiyo silang dalawa, ngunit tinanggihan siya nito. Iyon ang oras kung saan ang aking ama ay nasa larawan. Hindi nagtagal ay naging magkarelasyon na rin. Base sa nanay ko, naging agresibo si Manolo matapos niyang malaman ang relasyon nila ng tatay ko. Iniiwasan na niya si mama simula noon. Ayaw mag-assume ng nanay ko, pero simula noon ay palagi na siyang nasasali sa away. Matalino pati scholar si Manolo since high school, pero natanggal ang scholarship niya dahil sa mga away na iyon. Gusto siyang tulungan ng nanay ko, pero bigla siyang nawala. Siya ay isang ulila kaya wala ring malalapitan si Mama para mapagtanungan. 4 years, walang naging balita si Mama kay Manolo. My father concluded that Manolo was obsessed with her, to the point he kidnapped me because I look exactly like my mother. It gives me goosebumps. Halos hindi ko maisip sa kamatanggap. He didn't treat me like his child, but he never hurt me too. Muli kong naalala kung paano siya nagagalit kapag sinasaktan ako ng asawa niya. It's because he can see my mother in me. Siguro ay iyon din ang rason kung bakit gigil sa kagalit, ang kanyang asawa sa akin noon dahil kamukha ko si Mama. Ngayon na alam ko na ang rason kung bakit nangyari ang lahat ng bagay, gusto ko na magpatawad. But before that, I want to process and accept everything. Lahat ng paghihirap sa mga nakalipas na taon ay hindi biro sa akin. It was a ride in hell. Kaya ang malaman na ganoon ang rason ni Manolo ay parang hindi katanggap-tanggap sa akin. But then, the time can't go back even when I wanted to. Tapos na ang lahat saka hindi na maibabalik. Even when I forgive, it doesn't change the fact that I was hurt in the past and still hurting. I will choose to forgive so that I can heal. Forgiving will not change the past, however it will change my future. I was supposed to start my therapy before, but I refused. I don't want to be a burden to Miss Elisa that time. Kahit anong pilit niya ay hindi ako pumayag. Even the doctor tried to convince me that my situation is serious. It didn't change my mind. Kaya ang pagtawag na lang sa akin bawat linggo sa exposure. Ang ginawa para kahit papaano ay mapabuti ang kalagayan ko. Pero ngayon ay naplano na ni Mama ang tungkol doon. Sa pagkakataong ito, hindi ko napipigilan pa. I need to go back to the Hacienda for the therapy. Kailangan kong bumalik sa bahay na nasa gitna ng gubat para sa therapy. The doctor told me about that before, but I chose not to go back there. It's needed for me to expose myself to the place where the traumatic events happened. I will be by her side, Ma'am, sabi ni Dave. Mama smiled. I looked him. That's good. I will be by her side too. Dave nodded seriously. I rested my hands on his lap. Napatingin siya sa akin. He's so serious, he can't even smile me. Ngumuso ako. Is he mad or what? I want to visit Sol, iho. I want to thank her, at least, for letting my daughter live in your hacienda. She's been asking me about you, Ma'am. She wants to give you a call but she's scared it might disturb you, he answered without removing his eyes on me. Narinig ko ang mahinang pagtawa ni Mama. I will call her later then. Mabilis na pagplanuhan kung anong araw ang pagpunta sa hacienda. The thing that I noticed is that when Mama suggested, everyone will immediately agree. Everything from me, I got it from her. Ang tanging pinagkaiba lang siguro ay ang pag-uugali. She's straightforward, kung anong sabihin ay inilalabas niya. Mabilis ko yung napansin una pa lang. Let's cool down until tomorrow. Then the next day, we will go there. Makakasama ka ba? She said as she glanced my father. Yes. I'll finish everything tomorrow, he answered gently. That's good. How about you, Chase? Lingon niya sa kapatid ko saka tinaasan ng kilay. I can go, but I will be late. Mabuting mauna na lang kayo, he said calmly as he looked me. The dinner ended. We will stay here for the night, but Dave will be in a separate room. My mother wants me to sleep with them, I want that too. They even asked if it's okay for me. Of course it's fine. Sa tanong pa lang, alam ko nang may alam sila sa relasyon ko kay Dave. It was like they knew already, that I was sleeping beside him every night. Kahit hindi naman ganoon. Ilang araw lang akong natulog na katabi siya, kaya hindi tama ang salitang gabi-gabi ako natutulog sa tabi niya. Naunang naglakad palabas ng dining ang magulang ko. I was about to follow them when Dave stopped me. I looked him, and I immediately got what he mean, he wants to talk to me privately. Naghintay ako ng sasabihin niya. Pero hindi ko na malaya na nandoon pa si kuya, nakaupo sa kapinaglalaroan ng baso na may lamang alak. Hindi ko iyon mapapansin kung hindi ko sinundan ang matatalim na tingin ni Dave. Stop being nosy, Araneta. Iritadong puna ni Dean. My brother looked him coolly, like he won't even notice us at all if Dave didn't call him. I'm just drinking a glass here, Andres. I'm about to say cheesy things here. Do you still want to hear it? He asked, irritated but smirking. Kuya stood up as he glared Dave. Nanahimik ako, walang planong sumingit sa nakikitang pag-aaway. Kahit sa pamamahay ko, lumalandi ka pa rin, iritadong sabi nito. He walked towards me and planted a soft kiss on my forehead. Have a good night's sleep, he whispered softly. I smiled and nodded. He glared Dave for one more time before he left the dining. Magkaaway kayo? I asked as I looked him. He licked his lips as he shook his head. Namungay ang kanyang mata nang tignan ako. Don't think about it, he answered silently. Kami na lang ang nasa dining, kahit kasambahay ay wala. I hugged him that made him stilled. I don't know why I did that, the only thing I knew is that I wanted to thank him. He hugged me back after a few seconds. Lihim akong napangiti. Ang seryoso mo kanina. Hindi mo ako kinakausap. Galit ka ba? Marahang tanong ko. Hindi siya nagsalita. Mas lalo akong naging kuryoso. Kung may problema, pwede naman natin pag-usapan, mahinang sabi ko. Really? Ha? Uminit ang pisngi ko. It's funny how the tables have turned. Noon ay siya ang nagtatanong ng ganoon saka ngayon ay ako naman. I was just worried about you. How are you feeling? I silently thanked him for changing the topic. Seryosong seryoso siya, tila walang planong makipagtuwaan dahil sa madaming iniisip. I put my face on his chest as I inhaled his scent. Maayos naman. Are you happy? He whispered huskily. I nodded while my face remained on his chest. Thank you. I whispered. I can hear the loud beats of my heart. Ngayon na malapit sa dibdib niya, maaaring naririnig ko rin ang kanya. He sighed and didn't say anything. Nanatili kami sa ganoong posisyon ng ilang sandali. Unti-unti na akong humiwalay nang maalalang baka naghihintay sila sa amin. I looked him. Mas pumungay ang kanyang mata. He looked sleepy, but he's still watching me attentively. You will sleep in another room. You should rest now, marahang sabi ko. He sighed again. I'm fine. I need to talk to your brother. I nodded. I'm curious, but I didn't bother to ask anymore. He lifted my face as he planted a soft kiss on my lips. Kumabog ng husto ang puso ko. I'll see you tomorrow morning, he said seriously. Ngumiti lamang ako. I thought he's going to let go, but his hold remained on me. He knows that we need to go now because my family is waiting. Naghihintay sila, I said meaningfully, almost teasing. His eyes sharpened for a moment before he sighed and nodded. Let's go, halos labag sa kalooban na sabi niya. I bit the insides of my cheek to stop myself from laughing. He looks in pain, tila isang malaking problema, ang hindi ko pagtabi sa kanya ngayong gabi. He let go of me seriously. He wrapped his arm around my waist as we walked slowly. Baka hindi ka makatulog mamaya. I whispered, teasing. He groaned, annoyed. You didn't know how crazy I was, ha? I looked him in curiosity. Ha? He smirked. He looks challenging me but he's still annoyed. I was jealous before because your bed is sleeping with you and I'm not, he confessed. Nag-init ang pisngi ko. I elbowed him. He chuckled. Papa invited Dave and Kuya for a drink. Hawak niya ang isang bote ng mamahaling alak, saka nagtawag ng kasambahay para magpadala ng mga baso malapit sa pool. I'm now standing beside Mama, she's holding my hand gently. Tahimik naman akong nakatayo sa gilid niya. One bottle lang, David. Mama said strictly. Papa nodded. One bottle, he mimicked. Tumaas ang kilay ni Mama, tila walang tiwala sa sinabi ni Papa na halatang mukhang seryoso naman sa sinasabi. Make sure of that. Let Dave and your son take a rest. I looked Dave who's seriously staring me. I gave him a small smile. I'm already expecting that he can't give it back. Hindi nga ako. Nagkamali. Mahal yata ang ngiti niya ngayon. It's not like he's always smiling, but he should give it back at least. It would be rude if he won't answer my smiles. Let's go na, Mama pulled me to the stairs. Tahimik akong sumunod sa kanya. Nasa gitna na ako ng hagdan nang muli kong tignan ang nasa baba. Papa is now facing with Kuya, while Dave is looking up a little bit, watching me seriously. She didn't let go of my hand as she opened the door of the room. Bumungad ang malawak na kwarto. There's a king-sized bed in the middle of the room and at the far side of it is a vanity mirror. Ang nagpakuha sa atensyon ko ay ang medyo kalakihan na frame na nasa tabi ng kama. Nang bitawan ako ni Mama, iyon ang pinakauna kong nilapitan. Naramdaman ko ang pagsunod niya. It's a picture of her with a baby on her arms. She's still wearing a hospital gown. She looks pale and weak, but her genuine smile while looking down, the baby made the picture full of light and love. She said it was me. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm happy, but there's also a part of me is broken. It was just sad that I was supposed to be in her arms until I grew up. I felt bad, not for myself, but for Mama. Hindi ko maisip kung gaano kahirap mawalan ng anak. Halos hindi ko maisip na nanggaling iyon sa'yo pero ipinagkait ng iba dahil sa mga sariling rason. Iniisip ko pa lang na nandoon ako sa ganoong sitwasyon, halos mabaliw na ako. It was hard for me, but it was also hard for her as a mother. Ngayon alam ko na ang rason kung bakit kailanman ay hindi ako sumuko sa sarili. Lahat ng lakas na loob na mayroon ako ay nanggaling kay Mama. Hindi ko man siya nakasama sa mga nakalipas na panahon, nanatili naman ang kanyang pagkatao sa akin. I was just looking the picture as she told me everything. Habang tinitignan ng litrato, parang nakita ko na rin kung saan dapat ako ngayon kung hindi ako kinuha ni Manolo. My name is Chantal Marie Araneta. I was born in the 5th of February with the time 4:57 a.m. Malayong malayo sa petsa na ginawa ko. After the day I was baptized, I was kidnapped. Nang mawala ako kasagsagan iyon ng balita sa pagtakbo ni Papa. They thought I was kidnapped because of my father's rivals in politics. Dahil doon ay hindi natuloy ang pagtakbo ni Papa saka mas naging focus sa paghahanap sa akin. Manolo was definitely smart. He kidnapped me with the help of the people he's involved with drugs. Alam kong kasali ang lalaking nagpunta sa gubat noon. Those guys acted like a bodyguard of my family. Hindi ko na nasundan pa ang ibang sinabi ni Mama dahil sa iniisip. Hindi ko maisip na posible palang mangyari ang ganoon. Lahat ng plano ay walang naging butas, dahilan sa hirap na paghahanap sa akin. Doon pa lang ay alam kong matagal na nila iyon pinagplanuhan. Lahat ng tungkol kay Manolo na sinasabi ni Mama ay nanggaling daw kay Dave. He possibly took an investigation about it. Wala akong alam doon. Sa ngayon ang iniisip ko lang na nilapitan niya ay ang lalaking humabol sa akin sa gabing iyon. Dave is a good man, love. Napatingin ako kay Mama. I smiled her and I slowly nodded. I couldn't agree more. Do you like him? I said those words clearly. For you. She smirked meaningfully. Yes, he has good genes, she continued. Uminit ang pisngi ko. Ma, she laughed. I was just joking.